Does Dr. Seuss, is it just for children? Are his messages just for little kids?
No.
No? Okay. Let's see what it is. Yertle the Turtle by Dr. Seuss. Oopsies, let me just start here. On the faraway island of Salamasan, Yertle the Turtle was king of the pond. A nice little pond. It was clean, it was neat, the water was warm, there was plenty to eat. The turtles had everything turtles might need, and they were all happy. Quite happy indeed. They were, until Yertle, the king of them all, decided kingdom he ruled was just too small. I'm ruler, said Yertle, of all that I can see, but I don't see enough. That's the trouble with me. With this stone for a throne, I look down on my pond. But I can't look down on the places beyond. This throne that I sit on is too low down. It ought to be higher, he said with a frown. If I could sit high, how much greater I'd be. What a king, I'd be ruler of all I could see. Start making connections with the other stories that we've read together. Night, Tiffany Stevenson, and to this day. So Yertle the Turtle lifted his hand, and Yertle the Turtle King gave a command. He ordered 9 turtles to swim to his stone, and using these turtles, he built a new throne. He made each turtle stand on one another's back, and he piled them all up in a 9-turtle stack. And then Yertle climbed up. He sat on the pile. What a wonderful view. He could see most a mile. All mine, Yertle cried. Oh, the things I now rule. I am king of a cow, I'm king of the mule, I'm king of a house, and what's more beyond that, I'm king of a blueberry bush and a cat. I'm Yertle the Turtle. Oh, marvelous me, for I am the ruler of all I can see. And all through that morning, he sat there up high, saying over and over, what a great king am I. Until long about noon, then he heard a faint sigh. What's that? Snapped the king. And he looked down the stack, and he saw at the bottom a turtle named Mac. Just a part of his throne, then this plain little turtle looked up and he said, beg your pardon, King Yertle. I've pains in my back and my shoulders and knees. How long must we stand here, your majesty, please? Silence! The king of the turtles barked back. I'm king and you're only a turtle named Mac. You stay in your place while I sit here and rule. I'm king of a cow, I'm king of a mule, I'm king of a house and a bush and a cat, and if that isn't all, I'll do better than that. My throne shall be higher, his royal voice thundered. So pile up more turtles. I want about 200. Turtles, more turtles, he bellowed and brayed. All the turtles way down in the pond were afraid. Well, they trembled, they shook, but they came, they obeyed. From all over the pond, they came swimming by dozens, whole families of turtles with uncles and cousins. And all of them stepped on the head of poor Mac. One after another, they climbed on the stack. Then Yertle the Turtle was perched up so high he could see 40 miles from his throne in the sky. Hooray, shouted Yertle. I am king of the trees. I'm king of the birds. I'm king of the bees. I'm king of the butterflies, king of the air. Ah, me, what a throne. What a wonderful chair. I'm Yertle the Turtle, a marvelous me, for I am the ruler of all I can see. Any guesses of what might happen who don't know Yertle the Turtle? What do you think? He's going to fall? Why? I think his people are really obeying him. You think he's just tipsy? It's going to lack sturdiness? Why? It's getting too high up. I think they're being very intentional. They really want to obey. Intentional? Like rebel?
He's bullying them.
He's bullying them? Is it? Well, then again from below, in the great heavy stack, came a groan from that plain little turtle named Mac. Your Majesty, please, I don't like to complain, but down here below, we are feeling great pain. I know up on top you're seeing great sights, but down at the bottom, we too should have rights. We turtles can't stand it. Our shells will all crack. Besides, we need food. We are starving, groaned Mac. You hush up your mouth, howled the mighty King Yertle. You've no right to talk to the world's highest turtle. I rule from the clouds, over land, over sea. There's nothing, no, nothing that's higher than me. Who else do you know thought that way, from what you've read? Arguably, I think Hitler. But while he was shouting, he saw with surprise that the moon of the evening was starting to rise up over his head in the darkening skies. What's that? Snorted Turtle. Say, what is that thing that dares to be higher than Yertle the King? I shall not allow it. I shall go higher still. I'll build my throne higher. I can and I will. I'll call some more turtles. I'll stack them to heaven. I need about 5,607. Ugh. You know, he's just getting like, driven, psychotic, not thinking, panicky. But as Yertle the Turtle King lifted his hand and started to order and give the command, that plain little turtle below in the stack, that plain little turtle whose name was just Mac, he decided he'd taken enough that he had, and that plain little lad got a little bit mad. And that plain little Mac did a plain little thing. He burped. And his burp shook the throne of the king. And Yertle the Turtle, the king of the trees, the king of the air, and the birds and the bees, the king of the house, and the cow and a mule, well, that was the end of the Turtle King's rule. For Yertle the king of all of Salamasan fell off his high throne and fell plunk in the pond.
That's ironic.
It's ironic. Why is that?
Because he fell before all of them.
Do you guys see the situational irony there? Good job. And today, the great Yertle, that marvelous he is king of the mud, that's all he can see. And the turtles, of course, all the turtles are free, as turtles and maybe all creatures should be. Okay. Now, any immediate thoughts about this? Yes. Pride. Pride in whom? Maybe pride could go both ways. Is pride a good thing or a bad thing?
It could be both.
It could be both. Which would you like to discuss? What was the pride you were thinking of?
Well, in this situation, I think the pride he had was kind of negative.
The Yertle the Turtle, the king? It was negative? Okay, can you explain that from the text? Like, it was negative pride. How so?
Well, because like he thought that he was better than everyone else, and he wanted to go higher and higher, even though everyone was to the point of giving up. And in my opinion, I feel like that's pride, because if you have so much, like, I don't know how to describe it, but like so much,
I think I'm tracking with you. Does anybody, are people tracking with Israela? So much what? Does anybody want to add in? Do you guys know what she's saying?
kind of
I do.
like so much confidence in you or something like that. I don't
An
know. That
inflated confidence,
Yeah.
maybe.
you can like go overboard, and that could also like destroy people in the process.
Why does that happen? Why do people just get destroyed and people are like, oh? What happens? Do we become, what was that? Blind. We have these blind spots when we're so fixated. Madison.
I think it was kind of like dictatorship too. Because the top turtle, I don't remember his name, but he kept on telling them to stack more and more and more, and then he ended up falling, kind of like that ironic.
Yeah. And, you know, why did he need this? Why did he need to go higher and higher and higher and higher? Why do people need this? He wanted to be better? Maybe he wanted to feel better? Because I would think that a better leader would empower the people. I don't think he was thinking about them. Any other thoughts before we go back? Who's that? Thank you for the thought in the hall. Okay, all right, I'm going to have you guys go back to your group, and then I'm going to explain this thematic project. Thank you for your attention. Yep, go down there. Okay. Oh, I'm so glad you're here. I almost went home. How are you? You are? Okay, let's find you a spot. How about right here?
Oh, sorry.
Do you have 4?